Yo, everything. Your father's gonna make this. I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Leave me alone.
Yo, I know we live, right?
Leave me alone.
Should I be her?
No, I should be Joe.
Should I be her?
Move.
I don't know, ZB. I'm not here.
Okay, bet.
Everything, move. Everything. Everything. Leave me alone.
What are you doing?
E?
What are you
Leave me alone. E, leave me alone.
Yo, if y'all can see this, matter of fact, hold on.
E.
This is grade A abuse right now.
And Samuel, you just, okay.
Stop! Wait! Stop! Stop! Wait! Stop!
No, we're broken
Hold on,
up.
stop.
We're
Wait.
broken up.
You see, I stopped him.
No, we're done.
You want me to beat him for you?
No, we're done. No, we're done.
Excuse me?
We're done.
Excuse me?
Mhm.
Excuse me? Oh. Excuse me?
Samuel! Okay, we're not done.
Excuse me, guys. The executive producer
Did she just
of the
Did she just hit me?
the executive producer of the show is currently acting like an a-hole.
Yeah. He trying.
Go back in the booth,
No.
dog. You just pissed.
Move.
You lucky I can't hit women. Shake her. Just shake her.
Stop it! You gotta start the show.
Oh,
Y'all play around too much.
Alright,
Y'all
bye.
play too much.
Now you're worried about the show, alright.
Stop!
Go in the booth, bruh.
Y'all play too much, bruh. Why y'all can't be serious like Ridge?
You the one that keep bullying people.
Yeah.
Let me
Why,
out!
why I can be serious like
You see
Ridge?
me?
What the fuck? Why?
She said, why? She done fucked up my hair, bro.
Look at
Exactly.
Welcome to the most must-hear podcast on the tube. Welcome to King's Court. Yeah, where I am judge, jury, and executioner. Behind the scenes right now, I need to put a camera back there because she be acting like an a-hole. But my executive producer, Momo, is currently acting like an a-hole, just beating people up. I don't know what's going on. All right, today it's just the three of us. You feel me? Now I will have my co-hosts introduce themselves, starting with Mr.
You know it's still 5 Ridge in the building.
Oh my God, why I got it so close? That's the question.
What I'm saying, you can see every fault in his face.
The beautiful what?
Beautifulness.
I don't know what he talking about.
That boy got more craters on his face than the moon.
Damn. and then to my left I got
Oh, it's 10, Mr. Everton Cherry. You know, my last name Cherry. It's a fruit, but I don't eat fruits or vegetables, so I'm fat. And we out here. What happened?
okay.
What's wrong?
And that's so relatable this nigga.
No, for real, dog. He baffled. I'm.
Y'all know my intros got to be different every time. Come on, man.
We tryna.
Come on, man.
That weight that different.
What I'm saying. All right. I think we're finna start off this camera. Would it be good if?
Yeah, that camera good.
All right. Yo. Today it's just us. You feel me? We're gonna talk about some topics. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some things that's happening in the world today. Today it's World Talk. I started naming the World Talk.
You know, we had Show Talk. So now it's World Talk.
World Talk. All right, so Achu. Bless
Thank
you.
you.
So we got first topic of the day.
First topic.
If y'all didn't already know, if y'all didn't already see on social media, we are sending our prayers up to Nick Cannon. He recently lost a son. His name was Zen Cannon. We're sending our prayers up to that man. How do y'all feel about Nick Cannon in general? His kids, you feel me?
How old was this kid?
He was like 3 months. 2 months? 2 months, 3 months.
Damn, they gotta be tough, man.
Yeah, we send our
Just
prayers up
losing
to
any
him,
type
his
of family
families,
gotta be tough.
and the person in general carrying a baby. I don't want to call her baby mama, but her.
I know I'm an asshole. Like, I could make a joke about this, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Nah, it's
I'ma
sensitive.
shut up.
It's sensitive. It's sensitive.
Yeah, it's sensitive.
It's sensitive. Jeez.
But it is Nick Cannon.
Yo, Nick Cannon got a lot of babies.
He gonna have
Cannon
another
got
one by
a
the
lot of
next
babies.
3 months, you
That's
know.
all.
I'm saying.
Nah, but he got a like tattoo on her like his rib of the baby and a halo and stuff like that. It's real cute. Even the baby was fire. You feel me? I ain't.
It gotta it gotta it's always tough losing somebody in your family, but it's even worse when it's a little baby, knowing that like, you know, they never got to experience life
At all.
especially as a
That's
3-month-old, you know.
3 months. They ain't even got no memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memories started like 3 years old.
Which
3
is
months.
which is what's crazy,
Wow.
right? The realest thing that I ever heard in my life, it was from like a song. It wasn't even like from an old head or whatever. It was from it was an actual bar by Drake. It was in a song with that he had with Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Hey, whatever her name is, right? It was with Nicki. He said everybody dies, but not everybody lives.
Oh, Moment for Life.
Yeah, like as soon as he said that, you know, like that always stuck with me. Even like whenever that came out, we were really young when that came out, but that always stuck with me
Yeah,
because
that
you're
was-
like,
Jesus.
that makes so much sense because, you know, there's babies out there being born and not getting a chance to live. There's people who lives like 90 to 100 years old, but like their lives has been like so like
Torturous.
jam-packed, yeah, with torture and things like that, that can you really call it living, or
Wait,
were they
so-
just surviving?
Let me ask you a question. What would you rather do? Like, you know, have a short life but beautiful life, or long life and like you gotta work hard every day?
Me,
Even
like,
like when you're old and shit.
me, it doesn't matter to me because like at this point, I can already tell like how my life's gonna be. Like even though I go through tough times like in life, I always like, it always seems like that I'm gonna find a way to make my life enjoyable no matter what I'm doing. So like if I'm gonna have a long life, trust me, I'm gonna have a long and plentiful life, like filled with happiness, joy, and all of that. And if I'm gonna have a short life, it's gonna be jam packed with the happiness and love and all of that. It's gonna be a short life, but trust me, just like me, right? It's gonna be dense and filled with happiness, you know.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. In response to that question, honestly, any life you live, you should make the most out of it, honestly, because you never know when we're gonna pass. You don't know when your book gonna end. You don't know when the last page is. So, I encourage everybody to just, you know, do what you can. You feel me? Like, enjoy your life to the fullest, literally to the fullest, bro. Because if you don't, then you may, God forbid, you may die tomorrow, and you're gonna regret. You're gonna regret not doing nothing.
Yeah,
Like, that's the worst thing, is to die and go to, I don't know, heaven or hell or the afterlife or whatever y'all believe in, is to do that, to pass and regret not doing anything here on earth. You feel me? Like, it's not a good thing. You feel me? You may live your life in torture now. You may live and be like, oh my gosh, I have to work hard every day just to earn a little bit of change, whatever. But with that little bit of change, you can still enjoy your life to the fullest.
Would you
may not
do
be
something strange for a little bit of change?
No. Don't listen.
I'm sorry. I had to. I heard it, and it popped up in my head. I had to.
Because
I have a feeling
why
I'm gonna
would
get
you
a
do
lot
that?
of that today.
Why would you do that? But no, for real, like enjoy your lives to the fullest. Cause I at the moment ain't nothing. You feel me? Ain't nothing concrete. Ain't not you. You know you born. You know you alive. But are you living for real? You can be alive, but are you living?
And it's facts. It's like it's so easy, like to just let things in life just take over and consume you, and like see the negative in everything. Like it's super easy to just do that. But like I think like it's gonna sound weird, but like we should challenge ourselves to be happy. Like we should dare to be happy. Like if that makes sense, you know.
Bro, I'm at a point. I'm at a point in my life in my life where I don't take in any negatives. I have a lot of negative people in my life, and that's in my household alone. So I don't take, bro. I will avoid negativity to the fullest, even from my lady. I do not allow it. I'm like, yo, we gonna come back to this later when we can, you feel me, look at this from a positive sense, because we not doing this right now.
What if there's no positive sense to it?
I mean, there's
Like
a positive
there's
to
a
everything.
positive
that
to
happens.
everything.
Everything.
There's a positive to everything.
Because,
Even
like-
even in death, there's life. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
they had a life before this. Why not celebrate their life instead of mourning their death?
Yeah.
They
even-
lived. They did this. You
But
feel me?
listen
Like
though, like
What
let's
do
take
you
the
call
baby's
it?
case for like for a little minute.
a baby's kiss.
No, the baby's case, like Mechanics kid.
Yeah,
So what's there to celebrate?
that it wasn't stillborn.
Nah,
Because it could have died as
So-
soon. They had something to love. You feel me? In order to mourn, you have something.
But
You'd have to
isn't
have
that-
something to love.
Isn't that even more cruel though? That you have to spend like these, like how like that baby could make you happy and then
How did that
for it
baby
just
die?
to,
By the
like,
way, like
So I think it had a
Brain-
form of brain
brain
cancer.
tumor, yeah.
Tumor, yeah, whatever.
But like that's even worse though.
at
'cause
3 months old.
Huh?
Yeah, you could be born with it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Some people grow with it, but it was in his head, so it was making his head big, and
Mm.
they was trying to. It was like
Did
it was like fluids.
Did the mother like drink excessively while she was pregnant?
I'm pretty
That-
sure she didn't.
that
Nick,
has
Nick,
nothing
Nick,
to do
you know,
with
No,
Nick,
not
Nick
because
was
because that like it could happen from that. Because I had one of my homegirls, you know. I don't really like talking about this because to this day she got me pissed off with this shit, right? Like she was pregnant and she kept on drinking and trying all these things, trying to abort the baby or whatever. Even though like that's not how it works. When the baby was born, it was born like first of all it was born prematurely, and then it was born with like all these things going on with its head, and then it eventually passed away before like it was even a week old.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. But like that specific situation is hard to find a positive in that. And I don't know if you can find a positive in that, but
You have to find a positive, and because
I think
one
the
positive you
positive
could she didn't die.
yeah, the positive is like there's a 3-month-old that didn't get to see life, right? But like there's that like you can see it as an appreciation, that it should show us that you should appreciate life.
You should appreciate every little moment you
because that baby was so innocent, didn't do anything wrong, and like at 3 months old it died, and here we are, people, I'm not saying that we're bad people or anything, but we've like done wrong in so many ways, we've sinned in so many ways, but like at the end of the day, we're still alive, so let's do something with this life that we have. Let's appreciate it when we wake up in the morning, let's say thank you God for allowing me to be here.
We've been given a chance at life that many people don't have
At all.
So enjoy it, live it, and try your best to at least become something of it. You feel me? Like leave a legacy, bro. You gonna have ancestors. Like
Even if you don't,
leave
at
something
least
behind
don't
your
leave a
kids.
legacy of negativity. If you can't leave a legacy of with money and stuff like that, at least don't leave a legacy of negativity.
Don't be the person that you don't want to be like this person, you don't want to be like that, the person that was always thinking negative, the person that always brought negativity into the group chat, the person that always brought negativity into the circle. You feel me? Don't be that person.
Yeah, because I don't know if y'all see this, but you know, I'm somebody like I always try to bring like a positive a vibe. Like I always try to bring laughter wherever I move because you never know what anybody's going through. Like when somebody may come in, they look like they're all right, but deep inside they're going through something. So like since you never know what somebody's going through, I always try to bring that positivity. I never try to bring people crap or anything like that. Because you never know how your actions and your words may, like, affect somebody.
I know there's this TikTok where it's a voiceover thing where they say it's something like put a time where you were at your lowest and nobody knew. And then people were putting like all these happy moments where they were playing basketball, having fun with their friends, drinking, basically having fun. And I'm just like, so you guys were at your lowest at that point? Like, what type of demons, what type of like internal fighting and battles did you guys have to go through?
Internal turmoil is probably one of the worst ever, but at the same time, right, it's one of the best because, like, you can hide it really well. So like you can learn how to deal with it by yourself, or you can learn how to deal with it like through so many ways, right? It's like dang, how do I say this? I'd rather be hurt physically than be hurt mentally.
Definitely.
Because physically, it's like that shit gonna heal eventually. But
listen, there's always something about being hurt, like emotionally, that also like makes you stronger. Because you're not.
Oh, that's facts.
By like the same stuff that like.
Any type of way that you're hurt, you're gonna come out of it stronger. Most people go to the gym every day, right? You go to the gym every day, you work out. What most people don't realize is, in order to grow muscle, you have to tear those muscle fibers, and then it grows back stronger, bigger, and everything. You gotta hurt it in order for it to get stronger. So,
work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger.
Right, so like it's something about being hurt any type of way that makes you stronger somehow. But being hurt emotionally, like, not only does it make you stronger mentally, it also makes you smarter, or it can cripple you.
It's all about your endurance, and remember, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. So if you think you're going through something, bro,
it's because you can handle it.
You can handle it. Get through it. Push. Man. You feel me? Not everybody has been given the chance to prove themselves. Like,
man, the best thing that I ever heard was from one of my homeboys. His name is OJ, right? He said, like, we were working out at the gym, right? And I'm like, dang, I can't lift this yet. Cause like he lifts heavy, and I'm like, dang, I can't lift that yet. He's like, it don't matter how much you lifting, man. You lifting something. He said to me, right now I'm flying and you're running, and there's no problem with that. He said, if you can't fly, you run. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. As long as you moving forward, you doing it right. And like, ever since I heard that, I'm like, damn. Like, it really motivates me, like, every day to do something, not to just stay stagnant, not to just stay in whatever mindset that I'm at, because if I stay in that mindset, then I'm not moving forward at all.
And that's
like, it might be baby steps, but like, I'm still moving forward. I may not be moving forward as like somebody else is, but for me, I'm still moving forward. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be further ahead at the end of the day than I was when I woke up, and that's all that matters.
And that's a good thing, honestly. Moving forward in life is something that is, believe it or not, hard and easy to do depending on your situation. If you have a passing of a family member, or if you're going through your internal turmoil, or if you're going through anything in life, period, you feel me? Like, it can be easy and hard on you depending on how you take it, you feel me?
And the thing is, you don't really have a choice, because
at all.
Yeah, at times I'm moving backward. God,
Whether
Jesus.
you like it or not, you're
So-
gonna move forward. It's gonna be up to you if you like you're moving good or wrong.
Time will not
Bad.
pause. It will not move backward. Time gonna look you in the face and go like, "Let's
Hey,
go, man.
let's go.
It's time to go, man. Let's go."
Time gonna drag you if it has to. Honestly,
You ask where time's gonna go. Oh, forward. Because like time only has one speed, and it's go. Let's
but
go.
on the topic of deaths, we have something that didn't happen like recently, but it happened within this month. Not this month. This is December. It happened in November. The passing of a young king, young Dolph. R.P.
Damn,
Young Dolph.
R.I.P. Young Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say apparently. Young Dolph. Good God.
Good
Young-
gracious.
Young Dolph had a good influence on a lot of people. He had, bro, this man got shot in a bakery store getting cookies for his mom.
Yeah, which
Cook-
is
Do you know how how'd you imagine the conversation in heaven? Hey, how'd you die? Someone shot me getting cookies for my mom. Do you know how it's like sad and like humble at the same time? It's like one, you're a famous guy, you feel me? So you're in your hood, you're just walking around, no security guards, no bodyguards, or nothing. You're humble enough to be like, hey, this is my hood, you know, feel me? Everybody loves me here, you feel me? I'm just gonna go get something from my old girl. You feel me? You love her that much that you be like, you know what? Screw everything else. You want cookies? Alright, I'm gonna go to baker shop, get you some cookies. Talk to the guys, they're nice and friendly. You weren't mean, rude, bougie, or anything like that, Hollywood or anything like that. And it's like, you feel me? Like, it's not, people don't have anything but like as soon as he died, all the celebrities were like, oh my gosh, R.P. Young Dolph, Young King, that he was doing so well, he was doing all these things, he was doing things for his community. And it was right before Thanksgiving where he would pass out turkeys to people.
yeah.
And that's
But like here's what I realized, right? No matter how good you are in this life, right? Doesn't mean that good is always going to come back to you, or it doesn't mean that all good things are going to happen to you. It's not a pessimistic way of looking at things, but just because you're good doesn't mean that everything's going to be a-okay or whatever, or everybody's going to be good to you. Because like I'm Christian, right? And I had to realize this too, because some things like when things happen to me, I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? I'm such a good person, da 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 da. And then I realized Jesus ain't do nothing to nobody, man.
Jesus.
Jesus ain't do nothing to nobody, and they found a way to kill this man. They crucified him. So I've done way worse things than Jesus have, right? Jesus didn't do nothing, and they crucified him. So who am I to say why is all these bad things happening to me?
And actually, like if you actually think about it, good attracts bad. That's the bottom line.
I mean, opposites attract, yeah.
Yeah, so you can say, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, but
At the end of
it
the
might
day,
be
you
like
still
a
have
way
to
to
deal with
test
the
you if you really like what you claim to be.
yeah.
Because if this bad thing like happen to you, and like you change who you are, you do this and that, like were you really good to begin with?
I don't think that's fair though.
It's not, but that's
No,
the reality.
No,
I'm
honestly
saying,
speaking, think
I
about
don't think it's fair to judge somebody based on how they react to certain things.
No,
because
I'm
you
not
can't-
talking about judging people. I'm talking about like
No,
yourself, like,
not judging them, but I'm saying like you can be good, but like if things are happening, right, and you change, it doesn't mean you wasn't good to begin with. It means that you feel like the only way you could survive those things is by changing yourself, and I can't blame you for that. I can't say that you were never good to begin with. It's just like how you perceived what like it's just like how the only way that you saw you could survive is by changing you.
yeah, and that's actually a problem. Because mind you, no person is born bad. It's by our actions that like we determine that. So
I can't say that. Oh, I had an argument with my homegirl. I know this is not a Christian podcast or whatever, right? I had this argument with my homegirl, right? We were talking about the Bible, and she said, oh, Lucifer was created evil, da 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 da. And I'm like,
Nah,
He wasn't.
and I'm like,
he was an angel.
I'm like, no, he wasn't. And then she said, he was created with bad qualities and stuff like that. And I'm like, why would
He was
God
the angel of music.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would God create him with bad qualities? God didn't want him to go bad, da 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 da. And dang, where was I going with this? I forgot where I was going with this.
You know,
My
all
mind
things
is
are created bad.
Yeah, and I'm like I found it very hard to just think that, Lucifer was created to be bad. I'm like, yeah, like in my head, I was just like, what he wanted made him turn bad, but I don't think he was created to be bad.
He wanted to be on top of God.
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, so yeah, nobody's really created bad. It's just like the things that you're surrounded by and what you want in life that can.
Honestly, I've
Changing
seen the best people
Your desires, yeah.
turn evil. Let me not say evil. I've seen the best people turn to bad people. You feel me? Like snakes, fakes, finessing
Jakes.
people. Like that's Jake. These are Jakes.
Yeah.
But I've seen the best people turn to the worst people. You feel me? I've witnessed that with my own two eyes, and their circumstances aren't worse than me. I honestly, the way I stayed to me is like it's that surrounding myself with positivity. I cannot do negativity. Negativity is not for me. You feel me? I can't be around the negative Nancy's or the people that'll just bring negativity into every conversation. Matter of fact, I seen an interview with Kevin Hart to where his brother, he said he has a brother that's negative as hell, and every time something good would happen to him, his brother would always bring up a bad stuff. Like he would get a piece of land, and then his brother would be like,
Hopefully you can take care of this.
hopefully you can take care of this, like, and all a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just like, me, I can't, like, you can be my own family. I ain't gonna even wish bad upon you,
We
but
will drop you like hotcakes.
like, I will never talk to you again if it means keeping myself sane. You feel me? Like, I won't do that. I won't do that to myself. You feel me? I'm not gonna hurt my positive vibes. I'm a positive person. I bring positivity around. I bring ideas. I bring fresh. You feel me? Fresh vibes. You feel me? I'm that person that'll you'll come around me. You'll start laughing. You feel me? Because I'm fun. You feel me? I consider myself to be funny. Whatever. You feel me? So I want everybody around me to have that same type of energy, because that's the way we could flourish and stuff like that.
Listen, there's another aspect of it, because it's all about perspective. So like you said, you don't know what the person going through, like, in his personal life. So he might not be like a negative person, but since things happening to him, like, he's talking in a negative way. So I wouldn't say drop them. I would say, like, try to make them see your point of view.
Nah, but check me out
Instead
though,
of,
right?
like,
Some of the most dangerous people in the world are people, like, when they're going through things, making everybody else's problem too. I'm not saying like
Yes.
like in the way that like like I don't mean like they don't look for help or whatever. Like if you're going through something and you're looking for help, then you're doing something good, right? But like it's those people who are going through things and carrying around that negative energy with them with whatever they're doing. Like they're going through things, so they're giving you an attitude. They're making everything worse or throwing fits and stuff like that. I think that's what he means. Less than if you're going through something, like obviously, like if he's somebody who's bringing positivity and everything to any type of situation, of course he's going to sit down with you, talk to you about it, and make sure that you're okay. That's not somebody bringing negativity to you, right? That's somebody that you care about and you want to see do good, and you're going to take care of, right? But if somebody's going through things and like they're bringing you negativity, it's like, hold on, you pause. Like you going through something. I understand that,
but don't bring that on me.
But don't bring this on me. I
thing-
ain't the negativity, bruh.
One thing you should never do is put your problems on other people.
Yeah,
You can
facts.
have your time to yourself. You can reflect on yourself. You can ask for help. You can talk to people. Talk to a therapist. Talk to your friends. You feel me? Vent. You can do that.
Facts.
But you should never push your problems on other people. Like say if I'm not in a good mood today, I shouldn't just give an attitude to everybody. I can say, hey, I'm not in the mood, and then keep it moving. You feel
Yeah.
me? That's a way that you can feel me. You can know, hey, I'm not feeling it today, and I don't want to give you an attitude. So please, like, leave me alone for the time being. Or you can come to me and try to talk to me or whatever. That'll give you a stop or go signal to where you feel me. You feel me. Either approach me if you want, or keep your distance if you want. Either way, I'm gonna be fine. At some point, I just don't need, you feel me, you being positive to me right now. Even though positivity is a good thing, but you should never try to force positivity onto someone who's having a negative, negative cloud over their head.
Especially if that person is telling you they need space, to figure things out for themselves.
One thing I don't like is a guy who someone isn't having a good day and they just try to force happiness on them. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't force happiness on
Everybody has to go through their own type of negative.
Everybody gotta fight their demons differently.
Yeah, everybody gotta fight their demons, and you gotta let them. You gotta let them. Sometimes, like I remember seeing this on TikTok. Sometimes you have to, like this girl was talking about. Sometimes you have to let your friends fail. You have to let your friends fall down. You have to let them get themselves back up. You can't always baby them and try to be this person who's right by their side, because at the end of the day, everybody's going through their own type of thing. Everybody's doing what they need to do in life to succeed or to fail. You feel me? That you can't stop that. It's already written. It's already
what
written.
I realized too, man, which is one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn through everything, being a good person, always wanting to help somebody, right? At a certain point, you can't save everybody. You can't help everybody. Because, when you do, you're going to end up hurting yourself the most. So, as a good person at a certain time, right, you got to realize that. Especially if that person doesn't want to be helped. Just help yourself by removing yourself from that situation.
Facts. And to quote, well, not to quote, but to feel like somebody, to feel like a superhero. My favorite superhero of all time, Spider-Man.
Me too.
Yes, sir.
That man tries to save everybody, and you can't save everybody.
You can't.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you want to, no matter how hard you try to change someone's perspective on anything, you cannot save everybody. Because some people, I'm going to say this and receive a lot of controversy, but some people were meant to fail. That's their path in life.
Some people don't deserve your help.
Some people don't deserve it. Some people were meant for it.
Nah.
It's their walk of life that they have to go through.
You know what's crazy, bro? I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound wild, right? I try to help people, right?
No.
And when I realize I can't, I be feeling like such a failure. I'm like I feel down on myself. I'm like, why can't you help somebody? I don't know if it's my pride or whatever, right? But it hurts. I'm like thinking about it now. I'm like, it's not your fault. You didn't bring the problem. You didn't do anything. It's just.
I know exactly how you feel. I would go through. I'd have a lot of friends. You feel me? I go through all these situations with them, and I'm just like, you feel me? I'm the cheer upper. You feel me? I'm the happy-go-lucky guy, and if I can't make them happy, then I failed as a friend. That's how I always thought of myself.
Yeah.
If I can't make them happy, then I have failed as a friend, and that's happened a lot. And I had to realize that that's very dangerous. I had to realize that, man. You're not gonna be able to make everybody happy all the time, because they have to. You can't just be happy all the time. No matter how hard you try, the happiest person has to always be sad at some point, mad at some point, angry, depressed. You feel me? Everybody goes through that, and that's normal. That's human life. It is what it is. It's not
like at a certain point, you have to learn how to put yourself first. I wrote this in my notes one day. It was note to self. and I said, "I'm sorry, I never saw you worthy enough to put you first."
Oh, oh.
And it's like I've realized this, right? Maybe we try to fix everybody else because sometimes we feel like we can't fix ourselves, and like maybe we get that gratification from helping everybody else.
That's
We try to
definitely
make other
felt.
people happy because of the emptiness we feel on the inside and the fact that we're not happy. So we feel good making other people feel happy because at the end of the day, one of the most things, one of the things that's like they tell you is like contagious is laughter. So if I can't laugh for myself, I'm gonna make you laugh, and as soon as I make you laugh, then I'll be able to laugh too. And like I feel like that's why like most of like the good people in the world like have to deal with that. And it's okay. Like I want to say this right. A lot of people like when selfishness comes like when people say selfishness, right? We always think of it as like a negative thing, but at the end of the day, it's not.
It's not always negative. It's not always
You
negative.
gotta learn, like in this world, you gotta learn how to be selfish sometimes. You gotta learn to put yourself first. Whatever is only bringing you toxicity and like it's only bringing you negative things, it's okay to let it go.
There are people in this world that will steal you, steal your time, steal your energy. That will lead. There are leeches in this world that will steal off you because you don't put yourself first.
Let me tell y'all a story right quick, right? Me and my father, you know, we came to the U.S. You know, used to live with our my grandfather. You know, things happen. We ended up not living with him, and then we moved to Miami Shores. You know, a little bougie area and stuff. But at that time, you know, my father met my I don't like calling her my stepmother. I just call her mom, right? My father met my mom, right? And we came from Miami Shores, and we started living back in Little Haiti. And I remember I was driving with my father once, and I'm like, Dad, why are we living back in Little Haiti? You know, like I finally felt like we made it out the hood. We started living in Miami Shores. My dad turned around. He looked at me. He said, sometimes you gotta go backwards in order to
Move forward.
way farther forward. And like I was young, so I didn't really understand it. And like a couple months later, you know, we moved to North Miami. It's not really like lavish or anything like that, but it was a house way bigger than I thought we could ever have. It was a house way bigger than the one we had in Miami Shores. It was better and all of that, right? And like it's only now that I'm realizing what he said was absolutely true, right? And I want to tell people, just because you've been doing something for a long time and you feel like it's too late to start over or it'll take too long or whatever, right? It's okay to go backwards. It's okay to start over. It's more than okay to start over. Because at a certain point, you know, you're going to surpass where you are now, especially if you're not happy, especially if it's not, you know, like all the positive things that's happening to you.
Nothing lasts forever. He's going to have a time for everything.
But yeah, nothing lasts forever. And like, it's crazy, you know, my mind always goes like crazy when we bring up like when we say that something is eternal. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine infinity. I can't imagine something being eternal. I can't imagine something being forever. My mind does backflips trying to understand that, and I can't.
Man, all we're trying to say is, one, be as positive as you can. Even in your darkest days, honestly, look on the bright side. There's always a bright side. Trust me. There's a bright side. You're alive today. Amen. You woke up. Not a lot of people. Bro, Cameron Boyce tore my heart, bro. He died, what, a year or two ago? 2 years ago?
Dang, that was 2 years ago.
And he died in his sleep. He didn't wake up. He didn't get that chance that we had to live another 2 years or live another 3, 5, 10, 20,
you know
30.
What's crazy? Like people always say, if I'm gonna die, they want to die in their sleep. I don't want to die in my
You
sleep,
don't.
man.
You do not want to die. You will have so many regrets. I'd rather somebody say, "Do you have any last words?" with a gun to my head than to have to die in my sleep. You want to know why? Because you don't get to say any last words. You don't get to tell your mom you love her or do anything of that nature that will give you some type of closure.
I mean,
you will wake up in heaven or hell. But
My
listen,
reasoning
to
is
be
not
honest-
that serious though.
To be honest, whenever somebody dies, they're always gonna have like some kind of regret eventually, because you can never achieve like all you want in life.
True
And
that.
you can never like say a last word, because bruh, there's so many shit, that like you like would wanna say if you know that it was like your last second on earth.
Of
Or you
course.
can't really say like that's what I would say in
Oh.
that situation, because you're not in it.
To me, right?
So,
Like my reasoning is not even that deep to why I don't want to fall. Like I don't want to die in my sleep. Imagine, bruh, like you got like something planned for tomorrow.
Oh.
Imagine you about to go to a 5-star restaurant. You gonna eat like you never ate before. Like you happy. You go to sleep and you don't wake back up. I'll be mad, man.
But
I
to be
tell
honest,
Jesus to
listen,
put me
listen,
back.
listen,
I'll be
listen,
like,
listen,
Jesus,
listen,
today's
listen.
not the day, bruh.
Listen.
You gonna have to send me back,
Listen,
bruh.
listen, listen.
Imagine, bruh. Imagine you got some good leftovers in the fridge, bruh. You going to sleep. You waiting to wake up in the morning. You like, I'm about to go ham on this food when I wake up. You know that feeling you get when you got food at home, wait for you at home, when you come back and it's gone? It's gonna be 10 times worse because you can't never eat it no more. Because nigga, you dead.
But
Nigga, you dead. Nigga, you dead, bro. Like, I be punching the air, man.
Man, cause nigga you dead.
Nigga, you dead.
Bruh.
We should low-key clip that.
This nigga you dead.
Nigga, you dead.
Thumbnail. But yeah, no, for real. Like you do not want to die in your sleep. You don't. It may be the most painless way to die.
Oh, did
But-
y'all read my poem?
No, you didn't say. You didn't send me a
I didn't send you the poem.
No.
I could have sworn I dropped in the group chat.
It's not a group chat.
I did it.
No, you're jumping group chat.
Oh shit.
Poem
Okay.
of the day
Okay,
by
well.
10.
Okay. You read it right now.
What? Why I gotta read it? Why you can't read it? It's your poem.
No, I don't read my poems out
You
loud.
said
You
it?
know this. No, you read it already, right?
oh yeah.
Don't read it out loud. I saw you about to read it to the mic. Don't.
I
do
was.
It. I
really
saw you.
was.
Don't
I
do
really
that.
was.
No. Just keep it in your heart, in your mind, internally. All right. So, what I wrote about, basically, what I wrote about, right? It's like I wrote about the paradox of life. Right. To where I talk about death, because whenever death is brought up, right, like automatically it seemed like as a negative, right? Like as we were talking about, like what pops up in your head when I say death, Ridge?
Die.
To be honest, I don't see death as such a bad thing, because
It's not. It's not.
To me, it's just like a normal process.
Ethan?
Yeah, Ethan.
You
That's
know?
my pen name.
Because like you
That's
said
not bad.
earlier, like nothing lasts
That's
forever.
beautiful.
So there was a day that you were born, so there always got to be a way that you gotta go. So thing is, it's what you leave behind that matters to you.
Your legacy.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
so-
for example, like you took Young Dolph, like he had so much more he could do. I'm pretty sure if you ask him right now, like did he accomplish like what he wanted in life, he probably would tell you no.
Not enough. I haven't done
Probably tell you
enough.
no.
Yeah.
And then, but from your perspective, like he was a big star, he got millions of dollars, he doing this, he doing that, he achieved it. But maybe for him, that wasn't it.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even 1/10 of what he wanted to do.
Exactly.
So Z, King, right? What do you think of death? Like, what pops up in your head when we say death?
When I think of death, an image pops up of a guy in it. Matter of fact, Grim Adventures of
Reaper.
Billy and Mandy really pop up to my head, honestly. But on a serious note, like it's an image of a guy in a cloak with a skull for a face and a nice little stick
The
with
Grim
a little
Reaper?
thing. The Grim Reaper, definitely.
That's
And
A
he
stick with a long.
I forgot what it was called. A scythe.
A
It's
scythe.
scythe. That's what it is. And I think of him not as an enemy but as a friend, someone who's welcoming you into the end of your chapter. You feel me?
Or the
It may
next
not.
chapter.
Yeah, the next chapter. It may not be the ending that you wanted, but that's the ending you got, and you have to live with what you got or die with what you got. Honestly,
I don't know why I see it this way, right? But I feel like when you do die, it's because you deserve death. Not like in a negative way, as in like when you go like, oh, you deserve to die, but like I think of death as your prize, prize for living, right? Not like I don't think death like should be seen as a punishment, because at the end of the day, right? Everybody wants joy, and they tell you that joy is everlasting. But life isn't everlasting, so why should joy and life like always go hand in hand? The only thing that is everlasting, right, is death. Because if life is the opposite, if death is the opposite of life, right, and life is temporary, then death is forever. So should I be looking to have joy right now, or is joy gonna come when I die? Which is weird, which is like what I was thinking about when I wrote the poem. Like, it's not like I'm suicidal or anything, but like it just popped up in my head, and I'm like, it kind of makes sense, right? Right?
yeah, it makes sense. Honestly, if all right, so I wouldn't say that life and death are opposites. I'd say they go hand
Hand in hand, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the universe and a single atom. They all go hand in hand. Where we on this earth is like one speck of anything, bro. Like it's bro, the infinite universe, the multiverse, we can get into a lot of conspiracies and before the government try to come up here and shoot me. But
I would shut
but
up.
there's a lot of things that go hand in hand that we will never understand. We will never understand why we are alive just to die. We live to die, literally. We live so that we
And
can get
that's
to
what I'm
that.
saying.
We're here for a reason. We do it and then we die. God says, "Hey, I'm putting you on the earth to do this. Do it, and then I'm gonna kill you." Like
And
It
that
makes
literally-
sense, though,
And that
doesn't
literally
it?
goes for everything.
live, yeah.
Like,
It goes.
even the earth, like the sun, they came once, and eventually the sun's gonna die.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like you read a book in order to get to the ending, don't you?
Yeah. Honestly, you lived it, bro. If you're in this life right now and you're not trying to accomplish all that you can in the short amount of time that you have, bro, eternity is like. Matter of fact, I was on this church
doesn't
podcast.
eternity fuck with your head though?
Yo,
Like, it really fucks with my head.
Yo, I was watching this church podcast. Shout out Transformation Church. Shout out Mike Todd. He described eternity as this long piece of rope, and then in the beginning of the rope, there's this like small red tape, and that's our life, as compared to this mega long piece of rope from the first end of here to the end, like that long piece of rope, and our lives are just one piece of tape that's in the beginning of eternity. And that short amount of time that we have just that time to do what we want to do, have to do, or what we're put on this earth to do, and get it over with. Honestly, we have no other purpose. If you're on
piece
this,
of eternity, right?
yeah,
We share a piece of it. Oh, you know what's wild too, right? You see like on that piece of rope, right? You'll never get to see what happened in the
I think-
past
yes.
eternity, but
Yes.
like from the moment that you're born to the death or wherever you go, heaven or hell, right? You'll forever share a piece of that eternity,
Wait, now let me ask you
the
a question.
future
Like,
of it.
how do you view heaven or hell? Like, what's your idea of it?
I feel like everybody's going to have their own hell because I'm not a sadist or a sadistic person, but like if I'm going to create a hell, I'm going to make it like whatever your worst nightmare is. That's what I'm gonna make your hell, right? So like that's how I think it's going to be. I don't think everybody's just gonna be in a hot
But
pit.
listen, earlier,
I thought it was. I ain't
listen, earlier you said the idea of like eternity like puzzled you. So do you think like that stage? Because mind you, we always say like every beginning always has an end, right?
Yeah.
So does that idea of like heaven and hell like, because once you
Doesn't
die,
last forever.
no, but like once you die, that's like your beginning of heaven. Like that's your personal beginning of like heaven. So
Yeah.
does it have a time where like it ends?
Okay,
or
so-
like what comes after it?
One thing about being in heaven is if you are, I'm not gonna say good enough. I'm not gonna say if you are
If you do as you're
within
supposed to.
your right mind to take Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and you speak it into existence and you try to change your life and you try to do anything good, if you are gracious enough to be able to be accepted into heaven, then you are in an eternal life. There will be golden pathways. You feel me? It'll be just like on earth. You'll have your own mansion.
I got a
every
question.
gold.
No,
what's
but
up?
listen.
No, finish what you're saying. I got a
Gold,
question after.
gold paved roads, everything. So one thing about heaven is that heaven has no ending. Once you make it there, it's there forever and on. You're there to watch over your family. You feel me? Whether they come and talk to you at their grave or whatever. You feel me? You're there to look down on them and look at the legacy you left behind.
Now let me.
Man,
ask
I'm
you
gonna be
something.
making
Let me
fun of
ask-
everybody when I'm in
listen.
heaven. Haha, look at y'all peasants on earth. You can't
Hey,
eat.
listen. Let me ask you something though. Doesn't that seem a little? I have a question. Like, so everything I said, that's just like paradoxical and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
So
we understand. We all
doesn't that
Christians,
seem a
man.
little bland to you though?
What you mean?
Because
It does.
Because you said like you're gonna spend eternity like living life. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have this.
But it's gonna be
But-
eternal joy.
no, but listen though. Once you get something, because you always strive to get something, but once you get that certain like thing that you always wanted, the feelings change.
Yeah.
Always. Like
Like,
I'm
if you
gonna take
wanna
my
be
car for
famous-
example, right? I'm gonna take my car for example. Like before I got the my car, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. That's one of this. That's this and that.
Oh, for
When
those
I
of y'all
got
that don't know, this man got a Hellcat. Nah, I'm playing. This man got a dog. Yo, that.
Never got a
Nah, but before I got it, even when I first got it, like the first, few months, even the first year.
You was enamored, yeah.
Yeah, like, I was like, yeah, I got that. But, as times went on, it just seemed like a normal car to me.
Yeah, that's
So,
like if you were
when you
But
say,
it-
like,
wait, but look though,
I'm
but look
saying
though.
this,
It-
no,
it-
listen. I'm
it's
saying this to say
different.
that, like, when you say, like, that's gonna last, like, for eternity, like, and then you're gonna spend, like, literally eternity, like, praising just one person, like, doesn't that seem a little sadical to you?
It
It depends.
does.
Okay, so it depends on how you would look at it. So everyone who's a Christian or everyone who believes in God strives to make it to heaven. Now, when you make it to heaven, all that comes with that. I don't think there's enough. Oh no, bless you. I
you.
think that there's more than enough. Like someone who died in the early 19th century to right now who's in heaven, I don't think they've seen everything that heaven has to offer because I think that there's so much. You know what I mean?
Actually, let me ask another question. Because, we have, like, that concept of, like, just two places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
What if there's a third?
Heaven
no,
and
no, no. I'm not talking about, like, no third or none of that, but somebody, like, that came from, like, a secluded area that's never heard of Jesus.
They're gonna go to heaven.
No, that's not what
Wait,
I'm saying.
nah,
That's what
not
I'm saying.
necessarily.
Like,
Oh yeah, which is another question too. Go ahead.
Yeah, like,
Finish
people
it.
that, like, practice, like, voodoo back in the day. Like, I'm saying, like, Africa and stuff. Like, I'm not talking about
They
Haitian.
didn't practice voodoo
No.
back in Africa.
They had
What,
voodoo,
bro?
Voodoo
It
came
wasn't
from-
called voodoo.
Yeah,
Nah, actually,
I know, I'm just saying the
actually,
practice. I'm just saying the practice.
voodoo wasn't created in Africa.
It was
Voodoo was created in Haiti, like that's specific
No,
to
no,
Haiti.
but the practice was founded.
Nah,
in-
what?
It was.
I thought it was African origin.
It was. Okay, everything is African originated when like.
Then technically they did it in Africa.
No,
Let me say,
no. I'm
the
saying
term
you can
voodoo,
say it's.
the term voodoo like came from Haiti, but the practice dates back to like
No, I feel like
Indian stuff
the
like
practice was like a mixture of everybody who became enslaved in Haiti, not just Haitians.
not fully, because mind you, most of the slaves that revolted, their parents or like grandparents, literally came from Africa, so they had a direct link, and like the rituals like got passed down to their generations and stuff. So
Nigga, you ugly, bruh.
Nigga, I'm fine as hell. And life is gonna be niggas like him that say you ugly, but just wake up every morning and look in the mirror and say, "Boy, you is fine."
Okay, so
Look
what are okay?
good.
So what are you trying to say? Like, what, like,
He's trying to say like everything like okay, right? You may think you want something, but you realize that it's not exactly what you thought it was when you do get it. But
but you're never gonna
here's a
get
difference
heaven.
though. Here's a difference though. There's a difference between like why did you want that thing? Did you want it for personal validation? Did you want it just cause you thought it was cool? Because if you just want these things for like these small reasons, right? Of course it's gonna fall short because you had no true reason for wanting that. But let's say, you know, you was a homeless man and all you wanted was a house. I'm pretty sure when you get that house, you're gonna feel joy. You're not gonna be like, oh, it's just a house. You're gonna feel joy because it was
But
a
imagine-
necessity.
Eventually,
Imagine like 6 months
no,
after.
no, but listen.
It,
eventually
no.
you
It was a
kinda want-
necessity.
You know, if you like you was homeless, you got a house for like 1, 2, 3, and you get to 10 years, you're gonna need like wanna have a bigger house. Yes or no?
I mean,
No,
it all
no.
depends on the man.
No, I understand this, but I'm
I think
saying,
that's human nature.
but I'm saying there's a difference between wanting something and needing something. Necessities, like when you finally get something that you needed, you're always gonna feel more full, or more happy with it than when you get something that you just wanted and didn't necessarily need.
True.
Because I think we need heaven, not just want heaven.
It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
You can't come around and be like, oh, I want to go to heaven. No, you need to go to heaven because if you don't go to heaven, you're
The
gonna
alternative
is hell. And I'm pretty sure nobody like. I believe that Earth is hell. I believe that we all live in our own personal. You feel me? Stop trying to be like The Rock. We live in our own personal hell on Earth, and if you don't like how your life has been on Earth, I'm pretty sure you should change your life so that you can live the most luxurious, the most event-filled. Bro, I'm talking about they're going to be golden jet skis. You're going to be able to drop out of an airplane and not feel no pain, and you're not going to feel any sadness. It's joy forever, bro.
And also, I don't think like the Bible, right? Of course I believe in the Bible, but I don't think the Bible explains everything as it should be. Like,
No,
or
one thing-
explain everything.
One thing the Bible
Actually-
doesn't tell you, it tells you the basic stuff.
Yeah,
that
I don't
comes
think
with
it tells you the
comes with
full
going to heaven. You
extent
feel
of
me?
everything.
Golden paved roads, everybody get a mansion. You feel me? That's implied in there. But
And
if you
listen-
go to
Because Jesus pulled up like, I'm gonna be here
But
for a
listen,
while. Y'all
you-
listen to me,
that-
bruh.
There's one
Then
thing
I'm a
though.
dip.
There's one thing though. The Bible, like we have right now,
it ain't the full Bible.
no, it's not even the full Bible. I don't think it's the actual Bible. If you get what I'm saying.
What do you think it is?
Because, you know, most of the Bible right now, like even when it was written, like that was like I think a couple thousand years after the fact.
No, but I think
No,
like
no,
it's
so-
just
no, no,
lost in
no, no.
translation.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, of
because,
course.
If you look at every single religion on earth,
It's
literally
all
every single
different,
one-
and it
No, no,
also
no.
came from one.
No, they're all connected.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're all connected. If you look
Like
at
how they serving one deity and like
no, not
how
just
somebody
not just one.
carried the
not just
message.
one.
no, but Greeks served like 12.
But Greece,
Yeah,
that
but
wasn't.
those 12.
No, that
all
like
stem from one.
Who? Zeus?
No,
actually it came from the Titans.
Titans? Nah, but the Titans aren't like
No, but I'm
were,
talking about,
the
like-
Greek gods.
no, I'm talking about like all the modern, like before, like after Christ. Type
That's a
stuff.
myth though.
Oh,
Like-
wait, but
All these religions actually connected, like Buddhism, all them stuff.
Yeah,
Actually, the Bible and like even the flood stories and all that stuff, like they came from the Deep Sea Scrolls that they had like got
Yeah,
from
and-
the
yeah.
Oh, you ever realize how like how closely the Christian cross looks to the whatchamacallit of the Egyptians? I forgot what you call it.
yeah.
with the
That's what I. That's
Yeah.
what I was.
eye?
I
Not
was
the eye. I forgot what's the name of it was. What's the password?
Oh.
Damn.
But,
I didn't use my phone.
I was reading the it's a civilization like that was the first ever in Mesopotamian.
The niggers.
Don't look at my phone.
No, it was called the.
The niggers.
No, no. Yo, you talking like yo.
Oh yeah, we can't say certain words.
But it
The
was
Negroes.
The ninjas.
never a right time.
Yeah, it was the
to
Sumerian
say
civilization.
goodbye.
Samaritans?
Sumerian.
Oh, it's
Sumerian?
called Ankh.
Oh, Ankh.
Yeah,
You can just say the thing
Um,
with the hole on top.
that's a lot of things with a hole on top.
Well, I would have got that if you would have said like
I said
you- a
cross.
Just say cross with a hole on top.
But yeah, like it was the Sumerians, and the Bible is literally any like other sacred books. If you look at those, cause like they did like the oldest ever civilization, like the first one on Earth, like the first written.
Oh, the
one.
Sumerians are.
Yeah. So if you look at the Bible or like any other
Wait,
stories,
what about the people that live in what about the people in Jerusalem?
no,
No,
the Sumerian, they was actually the first one,
Wow, that's
because
wild.
they even predate the floods and all that stuff.
They predate the floods?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what
That
I'm-
means they probably got
Yeah.
killed by the flood too.
No.
True.
Actually, they didn't. That's the thing. Because in their tablets, and that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Because if you look at their tablets, they're actually talking about like solar systems and like where
So like the
they
Mayans
came
and stuff.
from. No, not even the Mayans. Because they
The
actually
Mayans are
saying
after.
there was like the gods came down and created us, and they call these gods Anunnakis and stuff.
Anunnakis?
And
I've heard of that.
yeah, you know the term paradise
Yeah.
actually means slavery.
What? Hey, I ain't trying to live in no paradise, y'all boys. I'm
No,
trying to.
because I forgot the Greek word of it. I mean, not Greek word, but the Sumerian word for it. They claim that the gods came from, I forgot. There was a planet that always come close, and they came down here to mine for gold. And then they said that they created the first human race, and they mixed it with a monkey. But
So that's where we get
they
that
eventually
monkey stuff.
rebelled. They
You
eventually rebelled.
monkeys.
So
Oh, from the Homo sapiens to the Homo no, it wasn't. It was Homo sapiens, and then it was Homo something else. It was caveman.
something like that,
Yeah,
Homo erectus,
caveman, and then
So-
humans.
these actually like eventually rebelled, so they killed them off, right? And then they created the humans, but they were sterile. But-
Sterile.
Sterile.
Couldn't
like,
have
they
kids.
Couldn't
Couldn't
have- oh,
reproduce.
But eventually they started dying out, so they made them like be able to reproduce and stuff like that, right? And then that's where the giants came from, because these Anunnakis. they
Oh
had
yeah.
sex. They said that they had sex with the.
Oh my arm.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
But yeah, they said that the Anunnakis they had sex with the humans,
Oh yeah.
and that's where the giants came from.
In the
and
Bible,
then-
it said the angels had sex with the humans,
Yeah.
and that's what giant.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And mind you, these scrolls are literally like more than 12,000 years before the Bible, right?
Oh crap.
And And then they said that when they saw that, the god, his name is Enki. So it was two brothers actually.
Nigga, you be researching this shit like goddamn. Like,
Yeah.
I'm baffled right now.
Listen,
No, I ain't
it's
gonna lie.
Enki and
I be doing a lot of
Lil.
research on
It's
shit
two
too.
of them. And then Enki, he was enriched by that. So like, he literally like caused the flood because the other planet was actually coming at the same time. It's called Nibiru. It was coming, and then like it was like devastations. And if you look at like literally any civilizations, they're gonna tell you about like how the sky was red, everything was shaking, and then these actually like caused the tides to like get higher, and that's when like the rain and all that stuff started.
You can't stop.
You know what I still don't get? How does like the moon being I'm sorry, it's like hella off topic. I don't get how the moon being out of place would cause floods.
Gravitational pull.
Gravitational pull.
Still don't understand it. You know, it makes no sense.
Gravity pulls everything
Yeah,
closer
but
to it.
like
The fuck gravity?
that's why like I say
don't-
like when I look at the world and stuff like that, and I see like all these people fighting, I look at them as being ignorant. Well, not ignorant, but
Being dumb.
not dumb,
Stupid.
but not
Bing
knowing.
bong, they
Not-
are
not
like
knowing because
they're
Your life.
not unknowledge.
It's not. It's not.
Knowledge-
It's
they're
not. It's not.
oblivious
It's not
to the truth.
unknowledgeable. It's not
Because, like-
oblivious. It just shows you like
no. It's
the
oblivious,
human
because,
what?
listen,
What do you call it?
look at the Muslims and Christians, right?
What do you call it? The human what?
The human capacity. I don't.
Nah.
The
It's,
ignorance.
nah. It's an actual word for it. I'll remember it later.
But yeah, like look at the Muslim and Christians, right? It's
Very
literally
similar.
the same thing.
Mhm.
It's not even similar. It's literally the same thing. It just the Muslim just took it a step forward and said, that's where that shit like literally started. Jesus is our last savior, and
Wait. Oh, Allah. I thought you said Allah saved me.
Yeah,
I was
Allah,
like, who's
because
Allah?
there was messiahs before that. Well, not messiah, but prophets.
Prophet, yeah.
So for us, Jesus is the last one, and for them, Muhammad is the last
Muhammad,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's where like all that war starts.
And you know what's funny?
That's crazy. To me.
Both them niggas existed. Like if you like look in the
Exactly.
records, they but I don't understand. So
Exactly.
is there were they two different people, or were they the same person just called two different names?
No, I think
I think
two
they were
different people. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's a problem of like, pride or like ego. That's what it comes down to. Saying, "Oh, mine is better than yours." That's all it is.
Yeah,
Because
and it's also like people don't know how to respect each other. I remember I was in Sunday school, right, and I had the Sunday teacher, and he was basically talking down on other religions, and I couldn't stand for it. I'm like,
thing is, they never like take their time out of their day to actually like research something about the other one. Because you can talk bad about something if you don't
Ignorance
know
is
nothing
bliss.
about it. So
it's not just bliss. It's not just ignorant is bliss. It's what ignorant people. It's when ignorant people tend to act like they know everything.
Yeah.
And like, right? This is something that I said. One of my friends, he brought it up to me. He said, "What do you think about different religions?" I'm like, and then I said, when you think about it, different religions are just different interpretation of the same thing, right? And I said, everybody is looking for a meaning to this world. So who the fuck am I to tell them that what they found is wrong?
Yeah, honestly,
not-
who like
Whoever you serve, you can
those
serve Buddha, Ali, Muhammad,
Nigga said Ali. It's
Ali, Allah, Muhammad,
Talking about
chicken wings,
Yo,
butterbeer, Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. You can serve anybody, man.
And you know what's
This
crazy about it?
nigga went from God to Harry
I'm
Potter.
telling you, like,
You
you,
know
can
what's crazy
serve
about it?
anybody. I'm gonna respect you.
Every single like person like from each religion, like if you ask them or like talk to them, they're gonna have their own version of a miracle, like literally. So who are you to like tell them that their miracle is not right
Honestly,
if it happens to them?
for all y'all religion I was about to say bastards. For all y'all religion bashers, oh gee, I had to twitch. Bashers, I condemn you. Cause how dare you take away someone else's pride and joy in their religion? That's what makes them happy. Leave them be.
And
They're
also,
gonna receive the same rewards or punishment as the rest of us. Honestly. So let them interpret it the way they want to interpret it. We're all looking at the same thing through different lenses.
And also, right, I think people should stop looking for acceptance in other people too. I feel like that's one of the
Well, I've been
downfalls
taught
of this generation. They're looking for acceptance.
Man, everybody
And like-
everybody in the social media world looking for
And
everybody
as
to give
soon-
them a like, a comment, or a share.
And as soon as you disagree with somebody, you're just frowned upon.
Oh, by the way, if you guys are watching this, maybe it's not as soon as we're live streaming right now, but please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe.
Y'all better subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
I'll pop out the screen and jump every last one of y'all.
Stop playing.
On me,
Subscribe.
nigga.
Subscribe.
Subscribe on me, nigga. I'll bite your ankle.
I
Stop
hit you
playing
with this
me.
microphone on folks
I'll
now.
bite your ankle.
Man,
I'll bite your dick.
Huh?
Pause.
Pause. Said that.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
I'll cut off your pinky toe and throw it off your balance. Stop playing with me.
Nigga, I'll bite your big toe off. You ain't gonna have no balance.
Riz just trying to look for something sus to say, man. This man a menace.
I'll take a clump of your hair off, boy.
Nah.
I'll shave your hair.
You know what I don't like? Y'all be acting like I'm the worst in the whole group. I'm the
You
most
are,
a-hole.
bro. You are.
Y'all don't be hearing him when he say stuff,
bruh.
bro.
We do. You're worse. But yo, hey, so we can move on a little bit. Kyle Rittenhouse, Rittenhouse. What are y'all first and foremost? What are your opinions on his trial? How it came about? How he became innocent or not guilty? And how he was concerned about LeBron James making fun of his face at his court hearing, and him saying he's not a LeBron James fan anymore. Just like, what are your thoughts on that?
Who the fuck is that?
The kid that shot them people and got away with it?
I don't really have an opinion on that.
Do y'all think it's self-defense?
To me,
I don't know.
I mean, it is. I believe that he acted in self-defense, but at the end of the day, you should not have. You're a child, boy.
Why you strapped up like that, ZB?
Like, why you taking your old boy's stuff like that?
Why you zooted up like that,
Like,
ZB?
Zo, you ain't even from Miami. You zooted up like that, like you ain't even.
Well, what?
That boy said, "Weave, you need to leave."
He said, "Babe, get him." Weave.
You need to leave. Nah, but like like,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Kyle, my boy, you was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Congrats on beating your case. You feel me? I'm not
that
gonna
boy
say
a gangster. You gonna say he was at the wrong place at the right?
no, because he wasn't supposed to be there.
That boy, his head, he like, boy, I was in the right place at the right time. What
That
you
nigga
talking
got-
about?
That nigga
what
got
you
to
talking about? I'm
That nigga got to
strapped
kill
up.
some people and get away with it. I'm so wait.
That boy thought it was Call of Duty. That boy backed up. Nah. that boy put that Takashi. How he said it again?
I'm done. I'm done with this nigga, bro. I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you acted in self-defense. I get it. People were after you. You shot them. They died. You feel me? That in itself is not your fault that they ran after you.
I don't.
But you should not have been there.
I don't understand why they make such a big deal out of everything like that anymore.
It ain't even
I don't
racist. It's just about the principle. It's
I don't
not-
know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know why,
Like, it could have been a white person and
My
he shot
whole
him like
problem
that.
with
Like
that
it's
case
the
was,
news, how
they
keep
inserted
on.
race into it. That was my whole problem.
No, I don't like how the news does shit, dog. Like they always bringing these things forward that they know is gonna cause division.
because
Like,
bro,
they
this
always
happened
do it,
like
bruh.
2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah, bro.
A year ago.
A year-
Yeah, because
this happened a year ago.
right?
George Floyd. That was after George Floyd.
No,
Yeah.
after, so imagine so after George Floyd, instead of bringing this to light around the time that George Floyd, they waited a year.
No, the trial took a year to stuff. Yeah.
The trial took a year, so we didn't hear about this until I didn't hear about it personally. I didn't hear about it until this year. Seeing it all on social media, everybody getting mad that this guy getting away, but it honestly was self-defense. But the only way that he was in the wrong was that he was not supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to have a gun. You feel me? You have the right to bear arms. You feel me?
Nah,
if
but
you're
he's
in
a
a
kid.
yeah, no, but you still have the right to bear arms. It's a right. You know what I mean? If you're in a dangerous situation and there's a gun near you, you can use it.
Yeah, but he's
Or a knife or
kid.
something like that.
You're not supposed to have possession of a firearm.
But that's the thing.
But
In
like-
the
No, but
States-
the law makes it
in the
exempt.
States-
No,
it doesn't matter
I'm
who it
saying,
is.
I'm saying this is a place where like race does take, like a factor.
if
or
it was a
play
black
into
kid-
it.
It
If
does.
it was a black
and
kid-
That's the thing, cause
Nah, like
in the States,
when
there's
you think
actually
about
black
it-
kids. No, there's actually black kids that own guns in the States.
no.
These age. So
When you think about it, right, like racism exists. We can't fight it,
Of course.
and like I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon, right?
But one thing I think about. I think, they pushing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
'Cause-
pushing
pushing
it.
racism?
Yeah, I
'cause
think they
if
do.
you look at it, and I'm not saying it's like from the white side or the black side or none of that, but if you look at it,
Everybody
any
is so obsessed with it.
any like type of issue that happens nowadays,
It's a race
They
issue.
insert
always
racism
yeah,
into
they
it, yeah.
always
It's
attribute
either
race
race issue,
sexist,
sexist, feminist,
yeah.
homophobic.
Isn't sexist
Transphobic?
and feminist just like
No,
basically the same thing?
feminism and sexism is two different things.
Yeah. Or it's like
Sexist
transphobic
can
and
be
stuff like that.
against
Like,
any one of the
remember
sexes.
the Dave Chappelle show? That
Yeah.
So what you
You
think
see,
about that?
honestly, with bro, Dave don't care.
Everybody,
Like,
why does everybody
Dave
want
is
to
a-
be mad about something?
Dave is a
dog?
nice
That's what I'm
guy. He had a trans friend. She died. Y'all make like I don't
It's
like
comedy,
that
bro.
through me, bro. Like
It's
first of all,
comedy,
Dave, y'all in this generation time, y'all so sensitive to the point where y'all made it to where comedians can't even do their jobs correctly.
It's not even sensitive. It goes back to what I was talking about. Everybody want to be accepted too fucking much. So what if a specific group don't like you?
Hey, Dave don't care. Man, Netflix stood up to them to all they trans workers. They was like, yo, Dave ain't do nothing. And then that lady, woman person.
Hey, Bob, I ain't saying none of that. Bob.
She no, I can't remember if it was a guy or a girl.
Oh.
Just say it.
Yo!
You wild. Anyways, that person.
I was talking about the cloud. I don't know what them was.
Cause I can't remember if it was a woman or a man.
Oh, you talking about Pennywise?
Yes,
You funny. I can't remember if it was a woman or a man that made it to the news, but he or she made it to where she said or he said that they contacted Dave Chappelle and was like, we've been in touch with him and he declined an offer to have a conversation. Dave Chappelle ain't declined nothing. He made it known, bro. He was like, yo, I'm down to have a conversation.
Why he gotta talk to you for?
But honestly, even if he declined that, why would that be such a bad thing?
Why he gotta talk to you for? Like, everybody's so entitled and want to be accepted. So
This
what if
generation
somebody
needs to
don't
stop
like
just
you,
being
dog?
so sensitive. Like, y'all existed 10 years ago, but y'all just not getting it, bro. Within the past like 3 years, 2 to 3 years, yo, this generation has gotten as sensitive as it can. Yo, you can't say nothing,
Nathan,
without getting canceled, without going viral, being infamous for something that's dumb. Like,
That's
bro.
the thing. That's because they target kids, and they don't know any better. So, if you raise since you were young, like they always told you, oh yeah, this and that and that, like everything you know is like so sheltered. Of course you're gonna react like that.
Man,
That's stupid.
I don't want. When I raise my kid, bro, he's gonna be hardcore. He ain't gonna take nothing from nobody, cause honestly, he will not care about anyone's opinion, cause your opinion doesn't matter to me. What is it gonna do for me? What is it gonna do for me?
The thing is, like, all this shelteredness, I've only seen it from the US, to be honest.
Bro, honestly, bro, any other country you go outside, bro, they're hardcore. They're united, bro. You go to Russia, them niggas united. You go to Europe, them niggas united. You go to China, Japan, Asia, all that, they united. Bro, we can't, bro. I will never understand.
Another thing, like,
why we so divided in this
focusing
country.
on like trivial matters that don't like mean anything, and like leaving the real stuff.
Like leaving the so with this Kyle Rittenhouse stuff, there came up. So he got proven innocent, right? So there's this girl who was sex trafficked and she killed her sex trafficker, and she got arrested for murder. I believe that they should restart her trial, and she should be innocent because first of all, she was acting accepted, man. She got sex trafficked. First she was sex trafficked. Now she's sitting in jail for trying to get away. I don't understand how that's fair. But then again, this country ain't nothing about fair. Honestly.
life ain't fair.
So prayers up for the girl, but I don't. Man, this country ain't. This
is one of the reasons.
I ain't even trying to live here no more.
It's one of the reasons why I deactivated my IG, man. Like it's too you don't see too many things that's gonna attempt to attack your happiness, and like I was just tired of seeing all of that, so I just deactivated my Instagram just so I could focus on my happiness and myself, man.
Oh, speaking of Instagram, follow the Instagram page at King's Court the podcast on IG. Ain't no underscores none. King's Court the podcast. Follow us. Yeah.
Please
Follow.
Please.
But bro, all this stuff, bro. It just really like makes me want to open my eyes more to see, like, yo, do I really want, like, this is the home of the land of the free or whatever the hell that I learned when I was in elementary school. No, for real, because I don't remember. I don't remember what that these was say. Like, or the land and of the free.
This is the land of the bullies.
Yo, bro, but like that's shout out Jacquees. This is the most. The United States is the most hypocritical country on earth. I promise you, you'll never find a country as hypocritical as the U.S., bro. It makes no sense.
U.S.
And I'm a black guy.
U.S.
I'm a dark dude in the U.S. with gold teeth and long hair. If a nigga, you gonna make the monitor fall.
That's what she said.
What?
What? Oh, I get it, because he was walking around the house and the monitor was like on the table.
Oh wow.
You ain't never make anything shake in your life but your ankles, boy.
Oh. But imagine, like, I'm a black guy with gold teeth, a chain. Let the police stop me for my lights being off. They gonna automatically think, what? I got a gun in the car. They gonna think I got weed. I don't even smoke.
It's a Negro.
They go just say, hey, that ninja got that thing in the car. Be careful. They gonna turn off their cameras just so they don't catch the point where they were possibly, God forbid, shoot me. I'll probably die.
You can't
But
kill me.
that's just the type of thing that happens in this country. George Floyd, rest in peace, rest in paradise to him, man. He died with a foot on his neck.
I'm going to say rest in peace, but I'm going to stop saying rest in paradise because I'm going to be honest, I don't know what they did in their life. Not everybody go to heaven. Because like, I be seeing these things. This man don't kill 45 people. Drowned 3 babies, right? As soon as this man died, he in a better place now. Nigga.
Look.
Nah, Negro.
There's this dude back then in the biblical times that was like a killer of Christians.
Yeah.
Like he killed 100 plus Christians, and he ended up changing his life around. And he went to heaven.
I'm talking about the people that didn't even get a chance to change their life. Right?
Never mind then.
They're like, rest in paradise. I'll be looking like, huh?
I don't know if you got your angel wings. I know you got your demon horns.
That boy be listening to Rather Rich down below, bro.
But hey,
I'm just saying, that's the devil's right hand man right there. Be like right there. I'm like, man, like I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but he ain't making it in no heaven.
He ain't making it. But hey, I pray that everybody gets a chance. My last words, honestly, if there was a foot on my neck, I accept my Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, so that I can guarantee my seat in heaven. So that, God forbid that I die, I will most likely end up on my seat in heaven in what I don't know, the waiting room or something like that, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that die every day. So I don't know how many clients heaven gets.
Man, they better move aside. I'm here. I'm here.
But no, for real. On a serious note, like this, shout out to Shay Frost and Dub. On a serious note, like this.
What is she listening to?
Us, bro. She's on the thing. But on a serious note, like we, honestly, this country's not it. This
some fools.
Yeah,
Yeah, deporté, bro.
Man, no, bro. They job boys first because I was here. I was here already.
Man, it's all good.
I was here already.
It's all good. They can deport
They'll probably come after my OG. I ain't gonna lie.
They can deport me. I'll be alright. I'm a fighter. I already know your language, so you can't really do nothing to me no more.
Honestly, bro.
I go to Canada.
I'm here. I'm here, bro.
As long as they don't arrest me before they deport me, I'm good, because then I can just go to Canada.
Honestly, I think I'd run.
My nigga, I am 5'4", 230. I mean, I am 5'6", 230. I ain't running that fast.
I mean, not run on foot. I'm talking about like be on the lam.
I'm telling you, I just go to Canada or Mexico. Hablamos español.
What if they send you back to Haiti?
Hey, man.
But I swim.
Ain't nowhere to send me back to.
But
I go to the countryside though.
Honestly, this is gonna be the end of our podcast for today. Catch us next week. We're gonna have some guests next week.
We're gonna have
Maybe.
some
guesses. We might have some guesses. I gotta set that up.
Hey,
But
we always have guesses, bro, because I got two bellies.
But anyways, as we end this podcast, we have a song of the week, of the day, of the week. I'm gonna call it song of the week. Song of the week, "Do Better" by Osiris.
Osiris.
That man's.
Why you was looking like that?
I'm just saying. It's like I ain't that nigga supposed to be, but I'm just that nigga that keeps secret. It's like I'm just that nigga I just can't stop all that. It's like I don't work I ain't been doing this shit on purpose. I just figured out shit we can work it out. Shit, I understand if you want. I ain't been cheating, you trying to spend. If you want to catch me in line, you trying to never. I know this never gonna be forever, but I'm ready to tell me. Fuck this nigga, I'm so mad. Cause I know anything can go this turns me. So it's fuck this nigga, all I found. Cause I know you creep on. I'm just